Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth. It is Sunday, May the 4th, and it is about 8:45 in the morning, and we're going to take a look down Covington Street. We're here at the library site right now, and not too much different from the last time that we were down here. They filled in around the gas lines with the work that they were doing there, whatever that was, and got things back prepared for a rain if it rained, and it did. And so we're going to take a look and see how the goldfish pond, that's what I call it, how it looks. And so it looks like they got this filled in where they had a big hole dug out there. Everything looks like it's working like it should. They had this area here dug up, and it was deep. And they got it backfilled and packed back in. And it looks like that everything is working exactly like it should be. Now, back in one of my other videos, you saw there was a washout that was happening at this drain right here, but they've got all that corrected. They put the large stone in here to keep water that runs off from this upper side from beside the road here coming down, and I guess maybe even out of that drain pipe that's kind of covered up right there. But yeah, the goldfish pond's looking good. I just saw something over there in the water. There's a bug or something over there in the water swimming around. We got life in the water already. Well, let's walk on down Covington Street down here and take a look. I'm gonna get out of the way of this car right here, get on the other side of the street. Now, I was walking down the street down through here the other day, and I started seeing all these blackberry looking berries laying in the road right here, and I looked up in the tree, and I don't know what kind of tree it is, but they look just like blackberries. They're red, and then when they ripen, they turn black. And I'm gonna tell you, them things are so good, but I'm wondering, is this a mulberry tree? Is that how mulberries grow and look? Do they look like blackberries? Starting out red and then ripen to a nice black? The birds have been eating on them. I ate some. They are extremely good. But they're almost out of their growing time on the tree right now. There's still, looks like, a couple of good ones up there. But there was a whole lot more on here the other day. The rain last night probably knocked a lot of them off, but I don't even see a whole bunch of them on the ground anymore. So they've probably been eaten up. But I'd love to know, is that a mulberry tree? Because I would love to get one of those. Now, here we are at the retention pond for the downtown area, and I like this. We've got us a nice little, what I would call a frog pond, because it's only just a few inches deep, and that would make a great place for some frogs. And so we see the water coming out of the spillway right here, being slowed down by the rocks to where it just trickles down through there and it doesn't do a big washout. Right here, the water comes out of the drain, but there's still a problem with this drain, and that is that the street is up higher than the drain because the street has been paved over so many times and raised up that the water actually no longer really goes in the drain. It comes off of that side over there and comes right down through here. And so we end up with a little bit of washout over there. And then you can see the debris that's in the road. This debris is from the water that comes from up here and washes down. And the debris tells the story of the water line as it comes down the street here. And it piles in the ditch in that neighbor's yard right there and just floods their yard out. So we've got some water that's standing here roadside. For right now, that's kind of good because that water can soak down into the ground, penetrating the ground. And what that does is force the air out of the dirt, and then the ground is able to compact itself from the natural weight, and it helps out the situation in the long run. So that's good to get a little water standing right there. And we'll take a look over here on this side, remembering to stay in the middle. There's a chipmunk down there running across the creek, out doing his chipmunk business. And so there's a little bit of water wash where the water come down through here and washed over the side right there, but otherwise I don't think we really got enough rain to affect this area in a detrimental way of washing stuff out. And once again, I'm not gonna go off of the smaller packed gravel here. I'm not gonna get off on this bigger gravel to look over in the hole, but I'll just hold my camera up right there for y'all. And because we ain't gonna create no safety hazard. Y'all saw my last video, had the gentleman in the car that thought he could just come on down through here. And I'm glad that he corrected himself and backed his vehicle up, because that is not sufficient for you to be driving your cars over. You will rip out your underbelly pan, bust your oil pan, put a hole in it, or your transfer case or something. Whatever's underneath your car, if you go in an unauthorized area like this that's got work being done and the road has got signs, road closed, then you're looking for something bad to happen. So you can see just a little bit of water wash out on the street, but we really didn't get enough rain, because if we'd have got enough rain, none of this dirt would have been left on this street right here. It would have been washed clean. So you can see the dirt pile has remained intact. There's no washout from it, making a big muddy mess. And so, did I say that a couple of times? And so I gotta quit saying that. Folks, y'all remember, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that like button and ring the bell so you'll know when I'm posting another video, because I'm not on a regular time schedule. When it happens, and I post it as quick as I can to get information out. That storm blew these signs off. I'm gonna pick it up and set it back on there, because we don't want nobody else pulling down through here. I put the cones up here right across the road right there, so people like that guy wouldn't think that they could just drive on around right there But it's gonna be nice when we get some grass. And we'll have a little water down there. I don't know, maybe we talk the city into putting a little bit of white sand, make it look like a beach down there. That'd be cool. I've already given it the name Bobbi Boss Bikini Bottom, but we might have to add Suntan Park onto that. Bobbi Boss Bikini Bottom Suntan Park. Come and get your suntan on here. Bring your blanket and your headphones. Read a book. Chill out on the banks of Loganville's Bobbi Boss Bikini Bottom. I don't know, maybe we'll have to build a clubhouse up here on the hill where you can get your suntan items and beach blanket and beach balls and wouldn't that be great? Have our own little downtown beach. And a nice pretty sidewalk going up beside the road around on that side that comes all the way up through here. Sidewalk comes all the way down the street, down through there. And then you could have people walking their dogs, have a sidewalk on Covington Street down there, and have it where it's easily accessible and people can walk their dogs all the way around town here and on the sidewalk, and if they need to do their duties, they can come off in the grassy area and do their duties, and you can take your duty bag and pick it up and dispose of it in the proper way. Just an idea, folks. You know, we have to have ideas and put them out there so that if somebody else is interested and they are in the position to take some action on it and work these things out and do these things, then, you know, it's public access property. Unless they put a fence up around the whole perimeter of the project, I'm pretty sure it's city-owned property, not posted. It's public access property once it's all finished. Great place to get a tan. Folks, y'all remember, subscribe. Be safe out there. Do something good for somebody. Be good to one another. And y'all have a blessed day.